Hi everyone, so we start with the bad news first. Unfortunately, we're not able to speak Chinese, so we have to present in English, but we are very confident that everything will be communicated. So, thanks for the warm introduction. My name is Nick de la Forge. I'm from Germany and also working in Germany, actually in Berlin. And before I joined KILT, I was supporting another blockchain-based project also from Berlin and was able to drive industry adoption there, and also this is what I'm doing today with KILT.
Hello everyone, my name is Simon. I have a business and computer science background and essentially supporting German enterprises with blockchain applications and use case development since about 4 years. I previously worked with a company called BigChainDB and lots of enterprise-focused companies with lots of DAX, so Daimler, Mercedes companies to build blockchain solutions in Germany. Yeah, and now I'm supporting KILT and looking forward to the presentation.
So to kick things off, we brought you a video about KILT, which is basically giving you an overview of all the stakeholders in our system.
It was supposed to be a shared space. It was meant to be decentralized and democratic. Today, every time people want to use a new service on the internet, they have to register. And this leads to several problems. The usernames and passwords are supposed to be their own secret, but in fact, they are shared with the companies running the services. These companies store massive amounts of user-generated data in huge centralized silos, which makes them a very attractive target for hacker attacks. On top of that, by gathering more and more data, the companies eventually turn into powerful monopolies. Monopolies are a potential threat for innovation because smaller companies with alternative, maybe better ideas need to make huge efforts to compete with them. All this has led to a loss of trust in the internet. Wouldn't it be democratic and fair if everybody could own their data themselves? With services built on the blockchain protocol KILT, we can now transfer this very successful concept from the analog world into the digital world. KILT protocol allows the user to claim any kind of characteristic about herself to a trusted entity that we call a tester. If the attester considers this claim to be true, he can certify it. He hands out a certificate to the user called claimer and stores a hash value of the certificate on the KILT blockchain. As certificates sometimes become invalid, attesters can revoke them at any time on the KILT blockchain. Once the claimer received her certificate, she can present it to the services she wants to use. If the verifier of the service trusts the attester, he can check the validity of the certificate by comparing it to the hash on the blockchain. Since the attester is not involved in the verification process, the behavior of the claimer remains unknown to him. When showing the certificate to a verifier, the claimer can even hide all sensitive data, which is not necessary for the verification. That's how KILT protects the user's privacy, by design. With KILT, the claimer has full data sovereignty, since only she is in control of her certificates. As it is impossible to restore the personal data from the hash, hacking the blockchain would be useless. If data is no longer stored in centralized silos, companies can no longer build monopolies with the amount of data they own. This whole new level playing field would foster innovation beyond tech giants. KILT is suitable for any use case where a certificate is issued by a trusted entity. Not only individuals, but also organizations or objects can claim characteristics about themselves. Since those claimers only choose attesters who are trusted by many verifiers, KILT establishes a market where trust can be monetized and creates countless new business opportunities. KILT is the missing technological link between the growing need for self-sovereign data and interoperability and the actual solutions. It is now in the hands of political and business leaders to provide society with alternatives to platform registration processes on service and app level. Let's build the next generation internet.
Okay, so what have we just learned about KILT? So KILT is basically an open and permissionless blockchain to create standardized verifiable credentials. So these standardized verifiable credentials can of course not only be used for identities but also for objects, potentially AIs, for services, etc. Why we do this it has a lot to do with the jurisdiction that we operate in. So since we are based in Europe, we have to comply with GDPR, and this is actually true for every company which is in touch with European citizens. So we've already heard something about GDPR earlier today, and GDPR potentially has tremendous impacts on your business if you're not complying with it. The paper dictates that you're able to receive penalty up to 4% of your yearly revenue if you're not complying with GDPR. And KILT basically helps you to become GDPR compliant by relieving companies from data that they actually don't want to hold. Beyond that, we see KILT as a substantial building block of the Polkadot ecosystem in the sense that we foresee KILT to become exactly what it is supposed to be, the creator of standardized verifiable credentials within that ecosystem. So KILT itself is coming from the publishing industry, and we are very much enterprise focused. We have had our mainnet launch in May this year, so we are on the market for 3.5 months or so. And since then we have been able to receive quite a lot of LOIs from different enterprises who are willing to build on KILT, actually pun intended at this pace. And over that we are also strongly working with different developers from different communities. The general paradigm of KILT is that we want to enable other businesses to build on trust. So this is our primary paradigm, which we proclaim, that we enable other companies to do exactly what they want to do, which is to build new businesses. And to show you that, we brought you one demo today, or one use case, which is demonstrating a bit further how KILT is working. To give you some background on that, we brought a case which most likely a lot of you can relate to. So in Germany, we have 33% of the people who are actually allergic to something. Over that, 7% of the global population suffer from an allergy which needs medication when they consume something which they are allergic to. This combined with the fact that there is no strict law which obliges companies to claim what kind of ingredients could end up in their food products unintentionally, poses a great threat to everyone. Just imagine you're buying a chicken soup, which might be a long shot at this time, but we will learn about this in a second, and it actually contains hazelnuts, and this is because in the food producers' facilities there is also something produced with hazelnuts, and he's not saying that in his product description. So, giving over the speech to Simon here.
Thank you, Nick. So I will try to give you a demo today. I had to record a couple of screencasts, which will follow in a minute, because I wasn't sure how well the demonstration, if I was going to do it live, would work. So yeah, forgive me if there's some lags with the video later on. So let me explain to you the use case first. So for a few months already, we have been working with some government agencies from Germany, and one of them being the DLG, which is essentially the very large organization supported by the German government, responsible for food ingredients, for certifying agricultural machines, but also all the production processes in Germany when it comes to food. So essentially what we want to show you with this demo today is how an end-to-end use case would look like that you build on KILT. So first of all, at step one, we have a product which is produced by a food producer. This product makes an allergy claim. Nick was mentioning the chicken soup. So the chicken soup would say, okay, I am not, we have ingredients that are allergic for example, hazelnut. We then send this claim to the verification or certification entity, which then goes through the internal testing procedures as an already trusted entity and writes this has digitally to the blockchain, sends back the attested claim, but also sends back the certificate to the food producer. the product itself can then push this credential to a verifier app. So this is essentially an end-user app that I can use to look at food that I want to consume if I have any allergies, and that I can see companies that have been verified by the state or different entities. In the back you have digital verification service running that you can then use to check these credentials on the KILT blockchain. So KILT is specifically focusing on the certificates. I will now jump into the videos and first of all show you how this thing looks like from the food producer UI, secondly from the app verification app, and then thirdly how everything is built on top of KILT and our testnet. So we can play the first video. Okay, here we go. So essentially you start by creating an ID and a claim for your food producer company. You then essentially want to ask for a certificate for the company itself that has been certified as a food producing company. You can see it has claimed some KILT coins, so it needs to attest specific attributes, and now it wants to essentially declare some products for allergy free. So it will try to get some products. So you can see it's still pending a certificate. We created a product, tomato soup with a EAN code. It's a soup, it has specific allergens that are claimed, which are soy, hazelnut, and peanut. We then create a product ID. We have to now also basically attest that this product ID is part of this company. So we fast forward a little bit, the company has been certified in the green symbol indicates a small part of the balance has been taken. We now list up a group of different soups or products. We can then see that the noodle soup has been rejected with red light. Chicken soup has not yet been certified. Tomato soup is still yellow and pending, and kimchi soup has already been certified. Now we want to get a certificate for the chicken soup. And essentially we claim that this soup has some allergens in it. There's a company name, the product category again, and we now ask for the certificate. It's sent to the DLG. We then receive a green light at some point, and we fast forward again. Once this soup has been then certified, we can now send the certificate to a publishing house or to a verification app, to any other third-party provider. So this is the first part, and now we can see the end-user application. So I can scan the barcode, I can search for a product or a company, and I can now see which products have been certified by an actual trusted government agency. So for example, the red ones have not been certified, so I should avoid food from them. I can see here that the Irish food manufacturing company has gained a certificate from company XYZ, and it's a noodle soup. I can now have a look at the noodle soup. It has essentially allergens and unwanted allergens, or could be interesting for vegetarians. I can have a detailed look there of who gave the certificate, if it's still valid, or if it has been revoked. And yes, so this is essentially my end-user application that I need if I'm a vegetarian or I have any allergies. Let's have a look at the website of KILT and how this actually looks like in real. So this is, you can go live and you can do the same thing right away. It's all completely open source. So we
also works for China. Also works here, we tried it out.
So we have a developer playground. Everything is on GitHub at the moment with the SDK, so you can build your own applications. It's all completely open source. It's an open and permissionless blockchain, so the meshnet is our first testnet version leading up to the mainnet. So let's have a look at the demo client. We set all this up in the backend. So essentially I already did some work beforehand for the sake of the demo. So I have the food producer again, the DLG again. I can add an identity just for test purposes to show you how this works. So I have this verifier app, for example. I added, you can see it successfully created. Yeah, so you have managed my identities here. I can jump into different roles and essentially request some tokens so that I can interact with the blockchain. These are test tokens, of course. So I add the address, go to the faucet and request tokens. I can now register my new identity. I've received 500 KILT coins as test tokens. So let's go into the use case again. The food producer and the DLG have already been created. We now have a specific concept that we call, you will see it in a second, we call C-types. So I go to the DLG, which created a specific data format, a data standard of how such a certificate should look like. So you can see I have different certificates, or certificate types, C-types. I'm looking for my allergy certificate that I created previously. So it's their allergy testing certificate. How do I create such a C-type? Essentially, you can see it's an identifier. I can give it a title. It can be for anything. I add some data fields, name, allergy, properties, whatsoever. I can go back to the food producer, and now I have my different soups that I want to claim. The chicken soup has already been tested, kimchi soup has been tested, and now I want to check out another soup. So I search for my seed type again, my data structure, so to say, or my standardization. I then have a chicken soup 2, for example. I add some substances. And now I want to get attestation because I don't have it yet. So I choose the DLG because it's the trusted entity for the attestations for this use case. I go back to the DLG view. It receives a message requesting the certificate. I now want my internal laboratory processes to actually test the soup. Once it has been tested, I go back, I add some data, write it on the hash. On the blockchain here you can see Imperative Substrate is actually running live, and it has, attestation has been live created. We then go back to the message of the food producer who received this attestation. He can import it, yes, and now he can see his attestations and his claims. Okay, all these things have been tested. I could now send it to the verifier app again and have real-time updates on all the allergies of my new products, my old products. And if something is wrong with my soup, for example, I can also have the DLG revoke it. So if someone from the public comes and says it's actually not allergy-free, I can revoke it. Yeah, and this is essentially the use case that we wanted to show you, which also applies for many other things that we will talk about.
Yeah, thank you quite a lot. So we've just learned that, and we've learned that this is providing transparency in some cases where there hasn't been transparency before. And in the beginning I was saying that what KILT is doing is not only true for human identities, seeking my driver's license, but could also be utilized in other parts. So we've just learned about one example, which is the food ingredient registry, but we're currently also working on other use cases. So one, for example, is a single sign-on where I have a sign-on with myself. It lays in my wallet, and whenever I try to log into some form of online portal, maybe a social media platform or whatever, I could just present my credentials and then just put them back into my wallet. So it's about data sovereignty here. Another use case is from the medical world. We call it the medical prescription fraud case. And here we want to make sure that prescriptions which once have been legit are revoked after one-time usage so that they can be used a second time, which is also a ginormous market. And then we are also working on a use case right now which we call the double opt-in for newsletters. So here it is about that companies who are distributing a newsletter, they have to take care that they store all the double opt-in login credentials from the people who receive the newsletter, GDPR compliant. And this is where we're also aiding out. So what we are currently looking for is integration partners in Asia, of course. So people, developer companies, whatever, who are willing to pick up on this technology, because we see ourselves as a protocol and a base technology, not as integrators. So people who pick up on the technology and distribute it. Companies who also are willing to build new business models around trust, so it's enabling this trust that is existent at the moment and push it further. And also people from the Polkadot ecosystem who are willing to use KILT as one of the first projects to probably work on Polkadot. So other than that, I think I only have to say thank you very much for your time and speak to you later.